So we are going to take a look at extrude and inset. So extrude, inset, and scale are some really awesome tools that when I first started to 3D model, these were the things this was my breakthrough moment. So I'm very excited about this, and not just so extrude and scale and extrude and inset. And there's a lot of other there's some things that go with extrude. Extrude is probably the most important of the of your modeling flow. So I'm going to switch over here to edit mode. Switch over to edit mode with me, please. We're going to go to faces. I'm going to select faces. Click off of there. And from the top here, I want you to click this first face. Now, you can go over to the extrude region. I've memorized the hotkey. It's E for extrude. And stop. That's really important. I know it doesn't seem like very much, but click again. E for extrude, stop. Now you see I've divided this up, right? So every time I do an extrude and I stop, I get a new line. That means that if I want to click here, and you can go over for extrude, but just listen to the sound of my voice and E for extrude, and I can stop. Right? So that's a big deal. So I do like, there is the combination of E for extrude, S for scale. E for extrude, and we're extruding along that axis. S to scale. E for extrude, click, S to scale. So we're going to hit Control Z, and we're going to go back. So now what I want to do is I want to click here. I'm going to hit E for extrude, click S for scale, S to scale. Now you see how this is going all like that. Don't get discouraged. I'm going to stop. So it's a little bit harder to do with the faces sometimes. So let's go to 1, right? Let's go to X-ray mode to make sure we select everything. I'm going to go to the select box and actually make sure that I have edges selected. I'm going to select my edge. Actually, we're not going to select edges. I'm sorry. We're going to select for our we're going to select our vertexes. I apologize. So we're going to select, well, that's selected. So now we're going to hit E for extrude, click, then we're going to do S for scale. Let's hit our 3 key to make sure that we selected the back portion. We selected the back portion. Sometimes it may not happen that way. Now you can do it this way, or you can click to X-ray mode, or you can click to all the way wireframe mode. I'm sorry, I keep calling it X-ray mode. So if we click, so let's try this. E to extrude, click, S to scale. Now we're going to hit E to extrude, we're going to click. Now we're going to make it bigger, S to scale. Now I know that you're probably thinking, hey, you're making something, aren't you? Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just practicing E for extrude. Now I want to go to the bottom portion here, and I want to click and highlight that. So what I want to do is go E to extrude. I want to stop, and I want to go S to scale out. And then I'm going to click E to extrude and S to scale in. And now I can go back to solid view mode. And now, sorry, let's take it out of X-ray mode. Now we have this little thing that we made just by using E for extrude and S to scale. When you start out to, there is box modeling and edge modeling. So box modeling is where you're starting with, more or less with a box and you're making things. Edge modeling, and I don't think there's a right or wrong way. I just kind of prefer box modeling a little bit more because I can see the overall shape. But you may want to edge model, in which you will take an edge and extrude the edge and then turn the edge and rotate the edge and all that other good stuff. So you've made this shape with E for extrude, S to scale, and you can always, so let's review a little bit here. So we got, that's 1, that's 3. If we want to start extruding things, then we will go to either X-ray mode or wireframe mode, right? So wireframe mode, you're going to click and highlight. We want to make sure that our vertex are selected because it's just a little bit easier. So E for extrude. Now see, this is all over the place. So what's going on here? Well, it's not constrained, right? So if I wanted to constrain it, well, what axis goes up and down? It is the Z axis. So if I press Z, all of a sudden it constrains on that axis, on that axes. So, and then we can hit S to scale. And that's cool. We can go E to extrude. So now it's extruding, right? We're constraining it on the Z axis, and it's just constrained there. We can only move it up and down. So that's extrude and scale. Now, I'm going to stop right here because right now your mind may be processing this shape. It might look like a lamp, a genie lamp. It might look like a weird bottle. It might, who knows what it looks like to you. It looks like a vacuum cleaner from the front to me. Really weird vacuum cleaner. But just using those two things, they can be very, very powerful. And I put you into the orthographic mode. That's what 137 different ways. That's 1, 3, 7 is the top, right? Go back to 1. Oh, and this is the perfect opportunity to know if you selected all of them. So it wasn't selecting all of them because it only went to this side. So that's something you got to be careful of. I made that mistake. I went to the right. And so what does that mean? If I go back here to solid, now it looks like it's fine from the front. I'm glad this happened. So look at that. Those extrudes that we did, it wasn't constrained because it wasn't constrained because we just modeled the edges. And I do that from time to time. I keep forgetting, and I'm like, oh, wait. So a way of checking is that if you can move it around and you got to constrain it, then you got to go back and Control Z. So now if we go to 1, if we go to wireframe mode, you want to make sure that you select. So you make the selection big enough. So if I go E for extrude, now it's constrained because it's all 4. I didn't plan that. I just forgot. And then if you go S to scale, then it's going to scale. So if you start doing that and you see it moving around, then you know you just have an edge selected, which is okay if that's what you want to do. But that's not what I wanted to do. But I'm going to pretend like I did that on purpose. I did it on purpose. Ha, ha, ha. No mistakes here. All right, guys. I will see you in the next video.